Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So last episode we had the season simulation and we finished with a record of 45, 27, and 10. Pretty good record, but we were riddled a ton with injuries during the regular season, losing like about 25 man games for just our forwards and defensemen. In terms of goalies, we did have a couple injuries to Ulanov, and I think that was pretty much it. But we had like 12 or more injuries during the entire season, so I'm hoping that doesn't continue in the terms of the playoffs. Currently, we are still without Rod Fritz. He's out with an injury till like the 16th. So our lines currently look like this, but they still look pretty solid. We're taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs in this first round, and I don't think they have a ton of playoff experience, but they had a really good record during the regular season, so I'm hoping this is a year where we kind of just like use our experience to our benefit and help get us to the second round of the playoffs. Because like last year we were eliminated in the first round, the year before that we were eliminated in the second round, both by the Flyers, so hopefully we don't have to face them if we go to the next round. So game number 1 on home, or not on home ice, in the Air Canada Center in Toronto. Let's see if we could get it done here, boys. First period, and nicely done. That's how you start it off. Whitmore picks up his first ever playoff goal. Arvidsson makes it a 2-0 lead for us. Shots are even 10-10. Second period, and we have a 3-2 lead now, so they actually came back and tied it up, but Milstad will give us the lead, and we are outshooting them by only 4 shots. So let's just keep our foot on the gas pedal and lock this game down. Nicely done. Jonathan Huberdeau with an early statement here, and Whitmore picks up his second goal of the playoffs. So Whitmore has a 2-goal game in his playoff debut. That's pretty good. Hopefully he grows to being a really good player with that medium elite potential. And time is running out, and Aho gets an empty netter. I don't know why the Leafs pulled their goalie, and Matthews will make it 6-3, but that is the final score. So what a good first game. Hopefully that continues into game 2 as well. So Whitmore from the Cass, Arvidsson from Poirier, Millsap from Aho and Huberdeau from Hosang and Poirier, Whitmore from the Cass and Davidson, and Aho from Millsat and Malone. So a lot of good things about our team. We have a lot of good youth young players, and then we also have a good balance of old veterans like Hosang, Huberdeau, Hannafin's kind of a veteran, I guess you could say. And Rod Fritz is back for game number 2, so that's going to give us a bit of a offensive/defensive upside. He's better than Lewis Ryan by quite a bit, so there you go. Like Fritz was like a plus 20 something during the regular season, so hopefully he helps us out in terms of defense for the rest of the way of the playoffs. So let's get into game number 2. Let's see if Fritz can come through in his first game of the playoffs. So first period, and it's scoreless this time, so we're getting actually outshot pretty bad. It's 13-5 after 1. We need to get our offense going here in the second, and we do get a goal from what's his first name? Erzberg. I don't even remember his first name now. I think it's like Johan Erzberg or something, but anyways, Erzberg gets us the go-ahead goal, his first ever playoff goal. And we have a 1-0 lead. Shots are 25-16 in favor of the Leafs, but we got the lead. Let's just keep our foot on the gas pedal again and see if we could get a 2-0 lead here. And we don't get it done on the power play. Penalty kill, and Victor Rask, the former Carolina Hurricane, ties it up, but Sebastian Aho gives us back the lead. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Victor Rask plays for them now too, so it's kind of interesting. And Lindbergh ties it back up at 2. They're heavily outshooting us, 39-24, going into the first overtime frame. Come on, boys, let's get that game-winning goal. Penalty kill. Don't take an early power play penalty kill. That's not a good thing to do. And we kill it off. Wow, Ulanov is playing crazy right now. 47 shots on goal, 48. Oh my god, he's almost made like 50 saves in this game. Are we going to a second overtime period here? Yes, we are, and Ulanov has made 50 saves here in Game 2. That's why he is our starter. Overtime number 2 underway. Power play. And we don't score on it. And there you go. Jonathan Huberdeau gives us the win. We got a lot more shots like in the overtime segment. And we win 3-2 because mainly of Ulanov, who put up 50 saves. Wow. Erzberg from Brown and Davidson. Aho from Malone and Hannafin. And Huberdeau from Ho-Sang. Nicely done, guys. So look at that. Ulanov 50 saves and a 1.44 goals against average. Huberdeau second star and Liljegren the third. Okay, so we won both games in Toronto, so hopefully that helps us going forward to home ice. We had a good record on in the away buildings during the regular season. Hopefully we could get our home record going as well. So game number 3. Can we take a Canadian 3-0 series lead here, boys? Okay, first period, and it is scoreless. Nobody's been able to find the back of the net just yet. Shots are 11-8 in favor of us. Second period, and the Leafs have the lead for the first time, I think. Robbie Fabry giving them a 1-0 lead. Shots are 21-19 in favor of us. Let's see if we could tie it up here in the third. Penalty kill. And we can't do it as Austin Matthews gives them a 2-0 lead. Power play again for them. They don't score. Come on, guys. We need 2 goals here in the last 10 minutes. Penalty kill again. And we killed off power play. It's a long one when we don't get it done. Last couple minutes. And it looks like the Leafs are going to take Game 3 on our home ice by a score of 2-0. So I think maybe just Ulanov was kind of tired after that game. He still played great. But still, after making 50 saves, you got to give the guy credit for game number 3. Hopefully he gets a bit more rest going into game number 4. And hopefully we could take a 3-1 series lead back to Toronto. Okay, so game number 4. Let's see if we can get this done and take that lead. That's what we need to do here. Or that 3-1 series lead at least. First period, and it is 1-0 us. A late goal from Casey Middlestad makes it 1-0. Shots are 14-11 in favor of the Leafs. Second period, and it is 2-1 us now. Sven Arvidsson picks up his second goal of the playoffs, and Nyquist will pull them within 1 though for the Leafs. Shots are 26-19 in favor of them. Come on, boys, we need to get more chances here in the third, and Lindbergh's going to tie it at 2. Not good, but Logan Brown, the kind of veteran on our team, makes it a 3-2 lead for us. Come on, boys, let's just lock this down. We need an insurance marker. Last 5 minutes. And we are going to have a 3-1 series lead headed back to Toronto. Despite getting outshot 38-28. Once again, Ulanov plays great. And we have a 3-1 series lead. So Ulanov the first star, Brown the second star, and Arvidsson the third. Okay, so let's get into game number 5. Back in the Air Canada Center in Toronto. We can close out the series tonight, guys, and go on to round 2 once again. So, first period, and it's 1-0 Leafs. The fourth liner, Joe Colborne, opens the scoring. Shots are 10-8 in favor of them. Second period, and we have tied the game up, and it's Martin Nicasse, who has, I don't think he's scored a goal yet in this playoffs, but I could be wrong. They're outshooting us 21-16, but it's a tied game again. Once again, Ulanov is playing really good. Let's see if we can get it done here in the third period, boys. Penalty kill, 5-on-3 penalty kill, and they are going to score. Ryan Pulock beats Ulanov, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Leafs, but Whitmore is going to tie it up with his third of the playoffs in a 2-2 game now. Last 5 minutes here of the third period. Are we going to overtime? Yes, we are. So last time we went to double OT. Will it be the same thing, or will it end in the first overtime frame this time? Early here in overtime number 1. Shots are heavily in the Leafs' favor, but we get a power play, and we do not score on it. Last 10 minutes here of the first overtime period. Are we going to a second overtime again? Penalty kill. Nicely done. Last little bit, and we are going to a second overtime for the second time in the series. Shots are 45-34 in favor of the Leafs. Let's see if we could get it done here again in double OT, and yes we can, and it's Sven Arvidsson with his second, I think, of the night, or maybe it's his third of the playoffs, but either way, he gives us the win, and we are off to the second round. So Necas from Hanifin and Fritz, Whitmore from Fritz and Fleury, and Arvidsson from Fritz and Whitmore. So Fritz with 3 assists. So he comes back from injury and helps us out a lot. And 44 more saves from Ulanov, Whitmore with 2 points. Our team is just playing really good right now as we win that series in 5 games and we're off to the second round. So let's take a look at our player stats for the first round, and then we'll see who we're up against in round number 2. So, Sid Whitmore was leading us in points. So, Whitmore 4 points in 5 games. Aho 4 points in 5 games. Huberto 4 points as well. Arvidsson, Mittelstadt, Necas, Fritz, Davidson, and Hosang all 3 points. Brown, Malone, Hanifin, and Poirier all 2 points. Erzberg, Fleury all 1 point, and then all these defensemen and Lewis Ryan with no points. In terms of goaltending, Ulnov just playing like a beast again, 4-1-0 with a 943 save percentage and a 1.93 goals against average. Okay, so let's see who we are going up against in round number 2. Hopefully it's not the Flyers. If it's the Flyers, hopefully we could beat them this time around. Hopefully they lost like Giroux or something to like retirement or something like that. So we'll advance a couple of days. It should be still a bit before we have the next round, because since we took them out in 5 games, yeah, there's still a lot of series going on right now. The Flyers are on to the second round, which means we might have to face them. We might not. Let's go advanced day on this portion of it instead. Scouting assignment. I don't even care where we're scouting right now. Hopefully it is an easy team again, and hopefully we can go to the conference finals again. Get that second Stanley Cup maybe even. Okay, and yes, let's see who we're going up against. It is going to be the Tampa Bay Lightning. So another team we've faced a lot of times before. Pretty scary team. I think they've already won 1 cup in this GM mode. They've been to like a couple cup finals, so they definitely have the experience. Let's sim right up to that game. And then let's take a look at what their lines look like. We haven't even looked at actually at the draft class yet even. I just realized. Oh well. So Tampa Bay. So, Palat, Stamkos, Kucherov, that line's been together for a long time. Johnson, Point, and Richard Panik is back in Tampa Bay. Interesting. Taylor Radish, Anthony Cirelli, and Alexander Volkov. Lawton, Ryan Poiling, and Emil Poirier. Defensively, Sergachev and Foots. So, wow, Hedman's dropping off a lot, so that's going to help us out. Hedman and Vatanen, Orzek, and Jacobs, and then in goal, they have Vasilevsky and Anton Forsberg. Scratch, they have Sidhu, Calvert, who was one of our guys last year, I think, or a year before, and Lipinov. So overall wise, I'm always scared of that team, except for the fact that their defense is declining, which means we might be able to have a chance to beat them and advance to the conference finals if we're lucky, but they had a really good season. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.